You came pretty close to
Yes.
to not making it, didn't you?
Yeah, they said, they tell you things that afterwards that they won't tell you before. And I remember my medical people saying that you got it in the nick of time.
It is the stranger's heart that now pumps in Judge Satterfield's chest. He's just recently come back to work, but this story starts a while back, and this wasn't his first brush with death.
The only symptom I had at the time was a severe headache. At least that's what I thought.
He had weakness on the left side of his body. He had inability to see on the left side. His speech was slurred.
Almost 3 years ago, Judge Satterfield and his doctor shared the story of his stroke with us. He thought it was a bad headache and tried to ignore it. Good thing his colleagues at the courthouse ignored him that day and called 911. He talked to us about that to warn others about stroke dangers. But he never mentioned his history of heart problems. Within a few months of that interview, Judge Satterfield learned that his heart was failing. Doctors told him there was only one choice left. They installed a heart pump to keep him alive.
I was in the hospital for 3 months. I was sort of intubated and sort of induced coma for 10 days after the surgery because I could not breathe on my own, which were horrific days for my spouse, who was there the entire time. And it really thought I was going to pass, so much that she just recently told me she was planning my memorial service.
The judge survived all that and returned to work with an artificial heart pump and a battery pack he had to wear 24/7. The ventricular assist device, or VAD, kept him going for a couple of years until the clock ran out on that option too.
Yeah, he was failing. Even though he had the VAD in, the right side of his heart was starting to fail.
This was last October, and this time his only hope was the hospital. Check in and wait for a heart transplant and hope that a donor heart would become available while he was still alive. Judge Satterfield couldn't believe what happened that first night in the hospital.
The same day.
The same day.
His transplant surgery happened the next day. It took 11 hours.
It's the most amazing surgery that we do. Then take this new heart and sew it in and watch it as it awakens. And it's amazing. Every single time, it's a miracle.
Once you find out that it's actually there, it's kind of unbelievable and overwhelming to know that it's there, that, somebody that you don't know and doesn't know you, had to die for you to survive and get their heart.
And now, Judge Satterfield is back at Superior Court with his new heart and with deep gratitude for the chance to continue a long career in public service. And he has a message about organ donation. He knows almost 24 people die every day waiting for a heart transplant.
I'd like to see more people donate, be in a position to be donors if they can, so that a lot of the people who I've met through this journey can be as fortunate as I am.